And here we are, just one day after our first egg, and a different chicken laid another egg. Again, quite small, but I know that it is said they start out smaller and they'll get bigger over time. But I ate the first one yesterday and it tasted good, so today we'll eat this one. And I say thank you for blessing us with this egg, guys. Or which one is it? It was the one that's actually outside. The only one that's not in here right now is the one who laid it, who's peeking at the back. Okay, I've removed all the loose soil from the area. I think today I'm just going to try and extend it now to the very edge of where I want to go to and get the right level of the floor, because also I want to go deeper here in the middle. It sort of bulges up. So I'll try to do that today. But yeah, yesterday I took all of it out, the pole you saw before, and 2 full barrels that I've been putting in top of the raised beds that were sinking a little bit due to just heavy rain on top of the compost. So I thought it'd be good to put some soil on top of the compost, so when the sun comes out it doesn't directly hit the compost and just dry it out, because obviously when compost dries out it's just kind of pointless. You need the moisture in there. But yeah, you can see here, that's what I've done. So just like an inch or 2 of soil, maybe more, I'm not sure. I flattened the bottom of the new area outside the cabin, and as you can see the pile's increased by quite a bit. But yeah, I've basically hit a nice sort of level floor in here, and now it's time to dig out to the edge, which is about over here, and eventually probably end up about there. This would be quite a big area to have a bunch of stuff planted in the ground, and then we could do a row of beans or whatever, peas, I can't remember which one of them it is. But up these things we can do that on the ground down there as well. But there's some broad beans right there. Use apart from making some very thin kindling for those sticks over there, apart from when they go up in the barrier, they can be used as little poles. Okay, we dug out some more. Tiny bit left down here that I just couldn't bother to do right now because I'm tired. But I'm just gonna have food and probably come back to it in like an hour. But that's some nice progress, and that back line goes there, so not far to go, and then just extend it at the bottom another few feet and we're done. I've just come up to see if they're all inside to shut the door, and I've come in and I've noticed there's only 3 that I could see inside their bowls. And I was like, where's the other one gone? Like, I just can't see anywhere. Oh, hello. Just this tiny bit left to go. And then we've got our width completely dug out. And then we just need to extend the length down to about here. Which won't obviously be as bad as back there, because I don't have to dig as deep. Down here, but I have to dig at all, so I could just remain that deep from here on out. So that's easy. Okay, I just finished scooping out the final bit of dirt up onto this ridiculous pile, just gradually getting higher up to this end, and then obviously going behind. But there's the width. But right now I've got to do something so you can play in the rain later, you bitches. But in here the other day, gave it a switch around, took some stuff out, my mum cleared it out, and then we put up a couple of makeshift shelves, and now we've got a lot more room in here. And we've got a chicken complaining, so it needs to shut up. But yeah, in here we're more open. Got a nice frame here for our broad beans to run up on. Nothing's coming through the soil yet with all the stuff we've planted, but it's only been 5 days or so. These 2 don't have anything in it yet, but we're still waiting for some stuff to sprout. But now that I've dug out this bit, I still need to extend it a bit further down here, but now I've got a nice chunk done, and I've now brung myself closer to this pile that I've been avoiding for so long. I think it's time to start clearing out this bit, because this is the last part of the garden that hasn't really been touched. So I think it's time. Like I said, now I've started this bit here, it's sort of forced me to stand next to it for long enough to the point where I'm like, okay, now I actually want to make I want to do something about this area, because it's just bramble village all the way up into that back tree. It's just sort of, yeah, you can't really see how much extra room there is, but there's a lot. So I'm going to start clearing this out. It's going to be a tedious, annoying job. I'm doing it in the rain just for the sake of it. But yeah, I guess I'm just going to pull this out and then chop it up a bit and put it into the yellow bags that have gone through a lot of trips to the dump, and they've done a lot of work for us. So wait, is that just one? I thought I was bringing up two. What an idiot. Got the first attack done. Decent amount of stuff piled up. Some random sheets of plastic. A bunch of old magazines, it looks like, inside a random bag. But got this front part done. Kind of annoying, all the brambles and that intertwined and getting stuck on you, but it's okay. And there's a big tree actually that I forgot to record, that's up here. That was at the bottom of the pile. But yeah, open up a channel down the back here so you can literally just walk straight through now into the orchard area like this, rather than from the top. So that's another access there. But yeah, next I'm just gonna have to start moving on to down here and then work our way back to the fence. Got the steps looking nice today. Using a strimmer, just went crazy on them. In the patches where the mud's sort of protruding over the stone, I've just been cutting it back with a strimmer, taking all the grass out in between it and all the edges, obviously just making it look pretty good. Normally they just look overrun and overgrown. This water butt is now filled up. For some reason there was a leak in it. Came to it one day, I was like, it sounds like there's a leak, and I was like, maybe I left the tap on at the bottom, but it was off. So I was like, okay. I looked at the bottom, there's a hole in there, and I looked inside and half of it had emptied. So I was like, fuck's sake. So I had to put some of the seal on it, like that white stuff, and now it's filled back up again, which is good. But now we've used like maybe a quarter of this one already. But yeah, this wood pile's pretty close to the ground. Apart from this, obviously, to the side of it makes this pile look smaller than what it actually is. So yeah. It's fun coming in every day to check the box, to get the eggs. And this is the first time I've had 3 in one go, which is pretty cool. So let's take these guys out and we'll add them to the box, and they're starting to get bigger now. Yesterday we had the biggest one, which was, let's open this up, which is this guy right here. I actually broke the top a little bit, but the membrane's still intact. But as you can see, that's way bigger than the ones we've been getting, which again, they get bigger as they lay more. There you go, there's another box of eggs right there. And we've got another box downstairs. So it's going well. And now we have hit peak egg, where we're getting 4 a day from obviously our 4 chickens. So good times.